Rafe Commissioner has been acting strangely, raising alarm bells for those closest to him. From erratic behavior to unexpected romantic advances, the changes in Rafe have left his loved ones questioning if something deeper is at play. Now, Jada and Gabi believe they have a way to uncover the truth, a DNA test. But will the results confirm their worst fears? As Jada struggles with her suspicions about Rafe, she finds herself drawn to another man, Sean Brady. The two share a moment of intense passion, a temporary escape from the chaos surrounding them. But once the heat of the moment fades, Jada is forced to confront the truth: her heart still belongs to Rafe. Despite everything, she hasn't moved on. This realization only fuels her determination to understand what is truly happening with him. Is this really the man she fell for, or has someone taken his place? Elsewhere in Salem, Stephanie experiences a moment of bewilderment when Rafe, in an uncharacteristic move, attempts to kiss her. The forwardness, the unfamiliar energy, none of it aligns with the man she knows. This is not the Rafe she remembers. Suspicious and unnerved, Stephanie confides in Alex Kyriakis, who suggests the unthinkable: what if this isn't Rafe at all? Stephanie can't shake the unsettling feeling that something is terribly wrong. As she pieces together Rafe's erratic actions, she turns to Jada with a shocking theory: this man might be an impostor. As much as Jada wants to dismiss the idea, deep down, she knows something isn't right. And then, in the midst of her growing suspicions, she is hit with another bombshell: her passionate encounter with Sean has just become even more complicated. Meanwhile, Gabi is having her own doubts about Rafe. His behavior toward her has been uncharacteristically cold, dismissive, even cruel. When she learns about his scandalous involvement with a stripper, her anger reaches new heights. The Rafe she knows would never behave this way. But when she confronts him, she is met with hostility. In a shocking move, Rafe pushes Gabi away and eventually kicks her out of the Hernandez home. Gabi refuses to accept this treatment without a fight. If this man isn't the brother she's known and loved all her life, then she's going to find out the truth, no matter what it takes. She enlists Kayla's help to conduct a DNA test, the only way to prove, once and for all, whether the man walking around as Rafe is truly who he claims to be. As Jada and Gabi work to uncover the truth, an even darker scheme is in motion. Rita Leslie, operating under orders from E.J. DiMera, is tasked with ensuring the impostor's presence remains undetected. In a desperate attempt to maintain the charade, she takes drastic action, using a taser on Arnold, the man who has been masquerading as Rafe. He collapses, unconscious, and is swiftly whisked away as part of E.J.'s grand scheme. Meanwhile, the real Rafe remains in the shadows, his mind clouded by a powerful medication that has distorted his memories. As he struggles to piece together his past, the truth begins to claw its way to the surface. Who is he? Why does he feel as though his entire world has been ripped away from him? The answers remain just out of reach, but one thing is certain: his life has been stolen, and he must find a way to reclaim it. Just as Rafe starts to regain a sense of who he is, Jada and Sean arrive on the scene, ready to make an arrest. But in a cruel twist of fate, they believe they are capturing the impostor, Arnold, when in reality, the man they are taking into custody is the real Rafe. It's the ultimate case of mistaken identity, one that could have devastating consequences for everyone involved. As the week of February 24th to 28th unfolds, Days of Our Lives promises shocking and unexpected twists that will leave Salem reeling. Will Jada and Gabi discover the truth before it's too late? Can Rafe fight his way back to his old life? And what role will EJ play in the chaos that ensues? One thing is for certain: nothing in Salem is ever as it seems, and the truth may be more dangerous than anyone ever imagined. Stay tuned for all the drama, deception, and explosive revelations as this gripping storyline reaches its breaking point. For many longtime fans, the familiar streets of Salem have always been a stage for heartache, passion, and shocking secrets. In recent developments that promise to stir up old memories and create new conflicts, a beloved resident is making her long-anticipated return. After years away, a woman whose past is as turbulent as the town itself is preparing to step back onto Salem's stage, determined to confront her past mistakes and perhaps reclaim a love she once thought was lost forever. A return laden with regret and hope. Indiana, a narrative that feels both personal and epic. The central figure of our story, once forced to leave Salem amid a storm of accusations and heartbreak, now finds herself compelled to return. Her departure was not voluntary but a painful necessity born of circumstances too overwhelming to bear. She had once pinned the blame on a man for a harrowing kidnapping orchestrated by another, a decision that not only altered the course of her life but also left deep emotional scars on everyone involved. Now, with time to reflect and a desire to mend old wounds, she embarks on a journey back to the very place where her heart was both broken and made whole. Unraveling a tangled web of love and betrayal, the love triangle, or rather, the labyrinth of relationships, that once intertwined her fate with those of the men in her life has only grown more complicated over the years. One of the men, who had once been her confidant and lover, now finds himself caught in an equally dramatic romance of his own. He is currently married to a woman whose past is as contentious as her present. Her previous entanglements have left scars that are difficult to forget. Their union was marred by scandal when it was revealed that she had once been involved with another man, leading to consequences that ripple across the fabric of their relationships. In a twist that many might not have anticipated, the same man who once shared an intimate bond with our returning heroine has now become involved with another woman, a relative of the very person whose return has sent shockwaves through Salem. This new liaison not only threatens to reopen old wounds but also forces our heroine to grapple with feelings of betrayal, jealousy, and an overwhelming sense of loss. How can one reconcile the love that still lingers with the bitter memories of deceit? Shifting alliances and emotional reckonings. As if the complexities of love and betrayal were not enough, the story takes an even darker turn when it becomes clear that the past harbors secrets too painful to forget. A young man, who grew up believing that his existence was the product of a loving and respectful relationship between his parents, is about to have his world turned upside down. He has always held a deep, almost unshakable, faith in the purity of his family's bond. Yet, hidden beneath that trust lies a truth so disturbing that its revelation could shatter his understanding of who he really is. This young man is destined to learn that the man he once idolized is, in fact, responsible for a heinous act against his own mother, a truth that has been kept hidden for many years. The circumstances surrounding this revelation are as intricate as they are painful. Family elders, caught in the crossfire of their own guilt and the need for transparency, are forced to confront uncomfortable realities. The shocking truth, that the man responsible for the betrayal had, in a moment of cruelty, exploited his partner in a way that left her forever scarred, is now emerging, and it comes at a time when the family's unity is already under severe strain. The weight of the past and the possibility of redemption for the woman at the heart of this unfolding drama. The return to Salem is not just a physical journey, it is an emotional odyssey laden with regret and a desperate hope for redemption. Her decision to leave years ago was driven by a need to escape the pain of a misunderstanding, a decision that she now regrets as the consequences of that choice continue to haunt her. Her heart aches not only for the lost love but also for the collateral damage inflicted on the lives of those around her. The complex interplay of remorse, lingering affection, and a desire to set things right fuels her determination to confront those who have wronged her and, perhaps, to mend the fractures that have long divided her family. In her absence, relationships have shifted, and new alliances have formed. The man she once loved has built a new life, one that is now intertwined with the affections of another, a relationship that adds another layer of complication to an already tangled web of emotions. Meanwhile, the young man caught in the wake of these revelations is grappling with a betrayal that shakes the very foundation of his identity. He faces the daunting challenge of reconciling his memories of a loving family with the harsh realities of a dark secret that has been buried for far too long. Family bonds tested to their limits. The impending confrontation between the woman returning to Salem and the young man who must now confront the truth of his origins is bound to be a moment of profound emotional intensity. Their meeting, inevitable as it seems, will not be a simple reunion. It will be a moment of reckoning, where long-held secrets and unspoken resentments collide. For the young man, the revelation is not just about understanding his past, it is about deciding whether he can ever forgive a man whose actions have left indelible scars on his family's history. For the woman, it is about confronting the painful truth of her own decisions and finding a way to heal the wounds that have festered over the years. There is also an underlying question of identity and responsibility. How does one come to terms with the actions of a parent or former lover who has caused so much pain? Can love, after being so deeply betrayed, ever be restored? As the family braces for the fallout of these revelations, each member is forced to confront their own feelings of anger, sorrow, and uncertainty. The process of healing, if it is even possible, will require a courageous confrontation of the past and an honest appraisal of the emotions that have been buried for far too long. Looking toward a future shaped by truth. As the dramatic saga continues to unfold, one thing is clear: the path to reconciliation and healing is fraught with obstacles. The return to Salem is a pivotal moment for the woman at the center of this narrative, a chance to reclaim not only a lost love but also a part of herself that was left behind in the wake of betrayal and misunderstanding. Her journey back to the familiar yet changed town is symbolic of the broader human struggle to reconcile past pain with the hope for a better future. Will the reunion between former lovers, tarnished by secrets and scandal, ever be possible? Can the young man overcome the shock of learning the truth about his origins and find a way to forgive? These questions, which have haunted the residents of Salem for years, are now poised to find their answers in the face of unrelenting truth and the enduring power of love. In the end, this is not just a story about betrayal or heartbreak, it is a story about the resilience of the human spirit. It is about the courage it takes to face one's past and the strength required to rebuild a life shattered by secrets. As Salem braces for the return of a woman whose heart remains both wounded and unyielding, the stage is set for a dramatic confrontation that promises to change the course of many lives forever. The unfolding drama serves as a reminder that even in the midst of pain and deception, there is always the possibility for redemption, understanding, and ultimately, a new beginning. The residents of Salem, and indeed all who have followed this long and turbulent saga, are now waiting with bated breath. They long to know whether the bonds of love can be mended, whether the weight of the past can be lifted, and whether forgiveness can truly triumph over betrayal. The answers, as they slowly emerge, will shape not only the future of those directly involved but will also serve as a timeless testament to the enduring complexity of human relationships.